Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizip, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands. Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks, Legend of the Wildlands. It's been forever since I've seen a full episode of SpongeBob. I know the Alaskan bullworm is the joke, but I don't remember any other joke about the Alaskan bullworm. I'm so sad about this. Joining me in our quest to fight Giant Worm, we have our usual lovely cast of crew players. We have Anne.
I hate this Discord new UI. I don't know where to unmute for a moment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to
it's just like shifted to the right.
I'm gonna have to re-put up my whole ass setup, and it's gonna look awful because of the new Discord UI that they forced on us, and it looks bad. Anyway, we've got Atwas.
Hello, I have a worm on a string.
Ooh,
Yeah!
it's a worm. We have Juno.
Sandy. That's not the worm. That was its tongue.
Oh no! We have Professor Moore.
I have gummy worms.
Nice, very prepared. We all are this episode. And we have Queen.
I seem to be the only one who actually likes this new layout.
Yeah. Because you know you have
So
bad
talking
taste
for
and
taste.
don't like things like white cheddar popcorn, which are agreed
No,
to be the best.
hey. This is
Are we
not the time to be discussing that.
Are we bringing this bit back?
This bit will always
That's a
return
throwback.
when I deem it funny.
That's a throwback. That's a real throwback right there. Throwbacks.
You
Where were
can't
we?
just step to the popcorn enjoyers and like,
Yeah.
come on.
Blood will be spilled. Anyway, Toonwolf is busy tonight. He will not be joining us. But let us do a recap of last session, because there was some fuck shit that happened. The group met up with the Iron Queen, this commander of a bunch of robot mercenaries they've heard about, and she turned out to be essentially like a caretaker for Trill's old flock, and was very happy to see another survivor. So happy that she gave some presents, a set of gardener's gloves, and a prisoner she had taken to torture, who was a member of the people who burned down the place in the first place. Megan also got a chance to talk with several of the other Omega series units that the Iron Queen had recovered. They all remembered piecemeal what had happened. There was a great battle in a capital city before this gigantic magical spell was unleashed that, leveled the city, destroying almost everyone. Megan ran to shelter to save some kids, but almost every Omega unit and all the defenders of the city were destroyed. The Iron Queen had managed to save some of the units and bring them back into her service. She says that the service is voluntary, and the members that Megan talked to did in fact seem to want to work with the Iron Queen. The Iron Queen's plans for said units were to raise an army to essentially wipe out all sentient life on Sideria and then move on to the world, with her major concern being that she was an old woman and wouldn't live long enough to finish that. But luckily, she had Trill to carry on her work and take revenge for nature. The group politely decided, let's take a rain check on getting back to you on how we do this, and left. Afterwards, the group did some exploration, killing some time in the tundra before they got back in touch with the Vothdar, who had their memory shard, finding the lair of a silver half-dragon, who revealed that Nizip, in fact, was also a half-dragon, a dragonborn half-dragon. It's a very simple concept. I don't understand how you could possibly be confused about it. She said that the most likely source of the origin of who Nizip's dad was would be in the Heartland, where there was a set of draconic ruins. Unfortunately, she said, admittedly, that would involve going into the Heartland, and that is dangerous. She also informed them of a source that could be able to stop the continuous resurrections of Cadius, another member of Augustine's inner circle who kept getting resurrected rather than dying, pointing them in the direction of a dragon necromancer named Rekasophanes, and giving them a token to essentially say, hey, present this, you are going to do what these people say because I said so. And considering she had single-handedly killed a dragon and had just left its corpse outside her house, she probably had the skills to back that up. They didn't test that because she seemed impatient with them. Afterwards, Vothdar Mage caught up to the group, handed back the memory shard, didn't say anything, partially because they didn't speak common, partially because who wants to exchange words with these filthy other not Vothdar people, and left. Examining the memory shard, Bellamir inside had no memory of talking to his father or anyone else besides the group, indicating that his perception of time was definitely out of sync and in a loop with the rest of the world. Even with the even with the whole memory shard sending people back in time, wibbly wobbly timey wimey. The group figured that since they got the memory shard back, and not the flag that Macy Greymane was after, they'd probably have to go into the Vothdar's lair to go retrieve that. But first, they decided, hey, you know that place called Korum's Pass where people said, let's not fuck around there? Let's fuck around there! And so they went into this cold, steep, slick, treacherous mountain pass. It was a nightmare to climb, especially because they had a horse and cart they had to get through there, and found the remains of a camp that had been attacked by some sort of monster. That monster being a giant slim ice worm centipede thing with burning, heated up spines along its ridge, screeching out in aggression and beginning to attack. And that is where we're going to resume our session. It is time to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Ooh.
The worm. The worm. The worm.
The worm. The worm. The worm.
Oh, worm.
Oh, worm? On God?
Uh-oh.
I think Carolina should stay away from
Oh,
the worm.
forgot! I didn't roll anything above a 5.
Oh, dear.
Unfortunately.
Sure you did. Swift rolled a 5.18.
Yeah.
It's okay. The
Swift's
it's
doing
okay. The
fine.
worm moves later.
Yes, my obvious 0.18 side on my d20. Right, how could I have forgotten?
Dun, 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 dun.
Worm music. Here we go.
What music?
Music to fight worms to. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. It looks like Ant's
Robot
computer
chill
has frozen.
Oops.
Oh no! The ice worm has meta powers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it feeling a bit chilly or is it just me? Speaking of, I haven't rolled my D100 for luck. Let's see if I can get this going. I can't.
Oh, that's the exact wrong number you needed to roll for luck. The ice worm looks at you and you explode.
Well, goodbye, Nyx.
Oh, Nyx is dead. Make a new character. Yes.
Time to write a
Don't
letter to their
wanna.
mom.
Yeah, who's gonna tell her?
This is my
Dear
new character, Zing.
Nyx's mom. Some fuck shit happened.
A worm with meta powers just killed Nyx. And Fwaylin. Who's Fwaylin? Oh, that's not important right now. Right.
There we go.
Okay. Doing a couple of hostile takeovers of the roles, and so we start with Trill. Trill does not want to be near this fucking worm.
Let's let the squishy retreat a bit.
Yeah, that would probably help. Squishy is going to first drop some totems. All right. I think a unicorn totem would be more helpful here. So, whee!
Ooh.
Unicorn dropping. Thereabouts.
All right.
Yeah. So, the spirit of the unicorn lets the group. You get advantage on ability checks. If you cast a spell that restores hit points, everyone else recovers 6 hit points. That is in that aura.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Afterwards, they're going to fly away and drop another body in between them and giant worm. We are summoning the natural enemy of worm.
Bird.
Bird!
Kuma. Bird. Let's go.
Bird, actually! Yeah. So
Fuck yeah.
you hear, like, this sting of music and someone going, "Aye, aye, aye, aye," as this angry-looking bird appears, glaring as symbols in Japanese float around it. And suddenly you understand Japanese enough to know it says, "menacing."
Oh my God, the JoJo bird.
Perfection.
Let's go.
It is, in fact, just the bird from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I believe, Summon Beast, he shares initiative count, so he goes right after, and is going to fly up menacingly to the worm and go for an attack. I don't need a target picker tutorial. I know how to target things. That is a powerful hit as the bird screeches out, slicing at the ice worm. It deals some damage, but as it makes contact, the spines along the worm's body heat up and flare out. The intense heat radiates and is going to damage the bird on contact.
On contact, okay.
On contact or a melee attack within 5 feet. So, nope, that was targeting Board. So, Board
That's good
takes
to know.
7 damage. And the board has a special ability. Flying.
Nice.
Whee! And the bird is going to caw fly out of reach.
No.
Okay, that's good intel, actually.
Okay. That's going to do it for Trill and Board. Tig.
All right. Let us see. Let us see. All right. We have options. I can move my measurement controls. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's definitely within range. I do believe we are going to attempt to fairy fire.
Nice.
All right.
Right there. Excellent. You guys have so much advantage.
The
Yay.
most advantage you could possibly have.
Mm-hmm. Then, as my bonus, we are going to... Yeah, I think we're going to Bardic on Helena, actually.
Very
So,
nice.
let me- Sweet.
That's a neat ass riff.
Hell yeah. Anyway, Bard dice is still D6.
Okay.
Thank you.
And, you know? Yeah, I'm good. The game is also... Oh, here we go. Paused.
Not anymore.
Okay. I don't know why I did that, but, end turn, we're good.
This is the unpause music.
All right.
Exactly.
Barkat.
All right, we are done with our music break. Got some good old bardic inspiration for another. We all know how this goes. Barkat is a one-trick pony. It's a very good trick.
It's time to steady and then shoot.
It is a very good trick, but it
It's
is a one-trick.
Listen,
A one-trick
companions are made to be
Yes.
very easy to run, so...
Which
That's
is
a-
fair. And also, like I said, these are good tricks. We like these tricks.
These D6 tricks.
Ew.
So, I'm pretty sure Barkat knows the studied shot.
I didn't realize how low the charisma was. That's so funny. That's so funny.
3 modifier.
The Remorhaz got no riz.
Yeah, no
Unnatural one. Let's go.
He's Remorhaz.
Hard.
Oh, 100% is. All right. And with that, let's try let us try our new little weapon, shall we?
Shall we?
Shall
We
we?
shall.
All right, that is a
start.
hit.
Oh. Make sure I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. All right. I almost put critical. No. Oh.
Gotta be honest.
You
Yeah.
can roll with advantage.
You can make one more roll and see if it's a crit. But I'll take that damage. No crit.
Now we're good.
Anyway,
No crit.
Plus.
You never know.
Never know. That's okay. Let us try this again. Gonna back away just a little bit more.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right, Nizip.
Oh boy, here I go killing again. Target the worm, and we're gonna throw a blade at him.
Whee! All right.
Oh, thank you, advantage.
Yeah, thank you so much, advantage. That's a hit.
Oof.
And because I had advantage,
Spicy sneak attack on the worm as you take advantage of it glowing and being an obvious target to hit somewhere precise.
and bonus action,
Another one.
Another one.
second smaller dagger. That did more damage than the big dagger did.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alright. Zidane.
Alright. Going to get just a little bit closer. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Please,
little bit.
open. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna go a little simple here.
Is that a gunshot?
I was like,
Why is it doing a gunshot? Why is it making a gunshot noise?
Waylon is so good at shooting arrows, they break the fucking sound barrier.
and then
but-
Waylon freaking pulls out a revolver.
The idea,
Bow's just that good.
never, but honestly, the idea of Phelan with a gun is so funny.
Waylon, what is that? A clock!
No!
Whoa, that's actually good damage. Wait.
Not on Barkai, why? I'll apply it. I'll apply it.
Maybe we should let the kid have a gun.
Oh wait, was that?
Maybe just let him have a little gun.
Second Amendment,
Yeah.
baby.
You know,
Alright.
as a treat.
As a
Mhm.
silly little treat.
As a
Where's
tweet.
my inventory? Where's my inventory? Let's try a little silly thing, shall we?
Ooh, interesting.
Let's try
Spicy.
a silly little thing here for the second attack. Make sure I have the right. I like the addition of the ammunition. That actually makes things really nice. And that also explains this. Actually, that explains the sound because it says I use an acid arrow.
Okay, yeah.
That explains. Let's go.
Alright. You fire off your arrow, do a quick igniting of it, and shoot it at the icy worm. The arrow strikes, but the fire does not appear to bother it in any way. It appears that heat running through its body is rendering it immune to fire damage.
Good to
Immune.
know.
Immune.
Oh, Jesus.
Good to know.
Right, well, don't burn it.
Yeah, good. That is very good to know. Thank you for that information.
Alright, Carolina.
For the hills, map lady.
Yeah, basically. Exactly. Alright.
And then a second worm popped up from behind her and ate her.
Then
Oh my
along
God.
came worms. Also, don't jinx it.
Yeah, we'll just do a 30 and we're just gonna dodge. Where's my little? Can't touch this.
Do 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 do. She's doing a little bit of wiggling too.
Oh
nice.
God, she's wiggling.
She's wiggling. She's freaking wiggling.
She's moving. All right. For my first trick, Pokeball, go.
Whee!
Ooh, hell yeah.
All right, 1d8.
Ooh.
Gotta get a weasel.
Not 2,
Good get.
1. 21. No.
21.
Okay,
Whoops.
let me try. Let me try that again.
Tiger times 2.
Let me try that again.
Tigre.
That's so funny.
Tigre.
Look
All
what's
right.
written.
Roar.
Let's go.
Whoa, look at that.
They're great.
So great.
Oh my god, frosted flakes in the frosted mountain. Anyways, Megan's going to summon this tiger, and she's going to point directly at the worm. Her eye glows, and she says, "Eliminate."
Roar! Roar even! Alright. Tiger attacks!
With advantage.
Roar nom.
Yeah. I'll do one more roll, see if it crit.
Damn.
It did not.
It did not crit, but
Good try.
damage is damage. Alright. And it's going to take the force of the worm's heated body in response. I yell 3d8 at the tiger! And then I roll 3d8! Alright. Does the tiger have multi-attack? It does not. But it does have pounce.
Oh my god.
So, it would have pounce, but I used the wrong attack for it, so oopsie doodle.
See.
Oops.
Eh,
Well, we'll know for next time.
Next time.
Let's see. What am I gonna do on my bonus action? Trying to think what to do next.
Nothing. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No. Yeah. Okay, I will use Shield of Faith. Who wants Shield of Faith? Which squishy wants Shield of Faith?
maybe Mizzip, actually.
All right,
Probably
Visit, you get Shield of Faith.
Woohoo!
Oh, no
Off-tank
shield of faith
rogue.
for me.
Dun dun dun. No shield.
Go. And that's my turn.
Alright. Helena.
So Helena sees all this fire coming off it and is just like, oh, fuck that. So she's going to stay right where she is and do her sword lightning instead.
Okay.
And this is still advantage, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Well,
Oh,
that's
let's
what I'm
go!
There we go.
No, for some reason none of
That's
the rolls
what-
are displaying for me, so what the hell did she just roll?
She rolled a nat 20.
Shielding at 20.
Oh, well, there we go. Right. It's damage. I did roll the attack, thank you. Not bad.
So it's not popping up as a number, but that was 18 total lightning damage.
That is very spicy. And then I think she'll just take... oh, she's got concentration up, but she'll take one step back just in case.
Alright.
And that is the turn.
Okay. Congratulations, all your characters are in a row. Swift!
Oh, jeez. Right, Swift is not going to target Helena, because that'd be very bad. Swift is going to try shooting.
Trill.
I'll get a better vantage point in this tree over here. All right. So the short bow. Right. Tell me what happens.
Okay. That was a roll of 15 plus 6 to hit. That will hit.
Thank you very much.
And then 1 total piercing damage. Needs to make a constitution saving throw against being poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
It is not poisoned.
Aw, so close.
Darn.
Got a good shot right next to the eye.
Donk! Hey!
Ha, stop it.
Alright.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Nyx!
Nyx, with the fairy fire, is going to go for old reliable with the eldritch thing. The blast, that's it. The eldritch
I
cold
cast-
thingy-madoodle thing.
I cast Eldritch Thing.
Eldritch thing.
Alright, so 12, and what's your spell attack bonus?
7.
Okay, you hit.
Thank you.
Nice, max damage.
Oh, perfect. Right, then I will do it again.
Another one.
This worm is dying. This worm is dying.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Dead die. Yeah, thank you.
All right. That was a 7 plus your bonus, so 11 damage.
Perfect. And then I shall also take a step back, and that will be my turn.
All right. The worm finally gets to go. All right. So, the worm screeches and screams as it's being attacked by all sorts of things. Sees a delicious piece of meat right next to it. And it's gonna go for a bite. Oh my god.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god. This fucking
Worm's having a
thing.
time.
Worm's having a time. So,
Damn, somebody really should have come up here and cleared this pass earlier, huh?
yeah. And it's gonna try another one.
That's better.
Oh.
Chomp! It
There goes the tiger.
it devours the tiger in like basically one bite, swallowing him down, and then is going to duck down, burrow underneath the ice.
Oh.
That's not ideal.
It
Well,
burrows under the ice, and like snow and ice are collapsing behind it.
Can you see
So
where it's tunneling to? Is it like close enough to the surface?
it looks like it didn't move very far. Barkot's arrows seem to have slowed it down. But
Okay.
you're gonna need to dig fast if you want to get a shot at it.
All right. Who can dig?
Trill is like, looking around for anything that can dig.
Does
Mulder.
Trill have any
Did
spells?
Trill have Shape Earth or no?
Trill, it doesn't look like Trill has Shape Earth. They have Shape Water.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got Shape Water.
I mean, what is ice? But
I was about to say, it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
if it's burrowing in the snow, like
I don't believe any of the effects of Shape Water would allow him to move snow.
darn.
Because it's move or change the flow of water, cause water to form into simple shapes, change the water's color or opacity, freeze the water. None of those would apply to snow.
damn.
Okay.
Uh,
Maybe
there's
if
one.
We all breathe on the snow a lot.
There's one possibility that Trill has. I'm just gonna do a simple flip a coin to see would it catch the worm in the blast. I went with tails never fails, so unfortunately it wouldn't. But he's gonna try anyway, just to expend the spell slot. I'm just gonna move it to where the worm is not, as he tries to get it out by casting Boom! Erupting Earth.
Ooh.
Bang, bang, bang! Rock and stone burst out from underneath the frozen ground. Unfortunately, no giant worm is coming with it. The other bird just looks down with disdain at the foolish worm that dared retreat from an honorable combat. Approaching slowly, more Japanese symbols appearing behind said bird.
Japanese
Tig!
is so the bird is so powerful that we can all understand Japanese. That we all know what Japanese is in the first place. First of all.
Inherently, you just know what Japanese is when you're around the board.
Double check something. Hey, is the Remorhaz within 60 feet?
So,
Because I don't need to see it to cast Dissonant Whispers.
you don't need to see it to cast Dissonant
Oh.
Whispers, and it just barely is.
Fuck yeah, baby. Damage, I suppose. Ooh, these are different. Yeah, public roll.
All right.
Oh, that's a pretty nice damage roll.
That's some solid damage. And indeed, you can hear some screaming from underneath the ice. It is loud and it is shaking the ground around it.
Excellent. God, that was a level spell. Pox. I think that Tyga's gonna stay relatively close by, I think. Just a little bit back to stay within Unicorn. And is there anything I can do on... I don't think so. I already threw a Bardic out. That's on Helena, so... And fucking Fairy Fire's still up, so... Yeah, Tig is going to end their turn.
All right. Barkat.
How's the area looking? Like, how's the area looking around where Trill cast Erupting Earth?
So the area around where Trill cast Erupting Earth, it is rough looking. It is filled with like jagged chunks of snowy rock and stone.
Shoot. Okay. Can't exactly get to where the worm dig because of that, so rip. I think I'm going to go a little, kind of get a little closer to kind of go around and end there.
Okay. Nizip.
I have no idea if this is going to work, but you said we can kind of see the mound where it dug under, right?
Yeah, it's the square I just drew over the big blood splatter.
Since it is thunder, I am going to breathe thunder on it and see if I can't, shift the stuff around and make it surface.
Okay.
Breathe thunder.
Boom! You breathe out like a sonic boom, and the earth shifts. Whoop. It moved a little. You don't see the worm.
Okay, cool. And in that case, I'm taking the hide action.
Okay.
And I don't have the end turn button, apparently.
Damn. Anyway,
Oh, wait, no. Okay.
Zidane.
Okay. I could probably scoot my way down without getting into like any of the rough terrain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna get a little, just kind of get closer. Should have something, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, really, I'm going to back up just a little bit.
Back it up, back it up, back it up.
And I'm going to use one of my explosive arrows.
Okay.
You want it?
Explosion sesame.
See, I'd be about to be here and everyone would be away.
Oh, disaffected. Ooh.
Rip.
Eh.
Damn.
To be fair, the point was just to more clear out the hole than anything else, so...
You, bam, put a solid blast in the middle of this rocky terrain, shifting it even further away. As I go, scooch.
Eesh. Alright, I don't have a lot to do that again. Yeah, it's nothing else I can really do for now, so...
All right, Carolina. You are not coming in. You have not pushed to talk.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, Carolina's gonna continue to fucking dodge. I don't think she's actually gonna run any farther because I don't know that she would want to be that far away from everyone. So, yeah, she's gonna keep doing that, and we'll see where the warp surfaces.
All right. Megan.
Alright. I am come here. And I am going to hold a beam attack.
Oh boy, beam attack. Let's go.
Alright. So whenever that worm surfaces, that's when I launch. Megan's
Okay.
gonna like study the ground. Her optic kind of like apertures shut a little bit, and you can hear like faint scanning noises coming from her. And that'll be it until it's time to unleash the beam attack.
All right. Helena.
Right. Well, unfortunately, the sword lightning comes to an end because it's out of range. So what she will do instead is she's going to go to the edge of the aura here, and she's going to hold her action to throw a javelin.
Cool. All right. Swift.
Swift is going to stay right where she is and hold her action to shoot a arrow.
Okay. Nyx.
This is going to completely surprise you, but Nyx is also going to hold their action for their Eldritch Blast.
Wow! Who knew?
Wow.
But they're going to have them all like spread out just in case.
Strategy.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I did some rolling to see what would the ice worm want to do at this point. And I believe the tiger would have disappeared shortly after because of the way Bag of Tricks works. So, even though it's injured, it's still hungry. The ground in front of you, Zidane, starts rumbling and shifting as it bursts up with a screech. All right, everyone who held their actions, y'all better kill this thing before it attacks your boy.
Go, 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 go. Is it fairy?
Go!
Is it fairy fight still?
It's still fairy fired.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Alright,
fairy
beam
fire doesn't
attack
drop
go.
unless I drop concentration.
It's true.
Exterminate!
Oh god, this thing's dying. Hell yeah.
Alright.
God, javelin, there we go.
Because of the thing.
You get advantage, so... unfortunately, beam attack misses. Javelin hits.
Good. Okay.
The javelin drives into the beast's side.
That is pretty sexy.
Short bow fails to pierce the ice worm's body.
She tried. Right,
She
Nyx.
tried.
Nyx,
Come on, Nyx, send it home.
I'm gonna try. Nyx has 2 right still.
Yes.
It's part of the same spell, isn't it? Yeah.
Part of the same spell.
Okay. Number 1. Ah!
Hits!
Oh, yeah.
That's some damage.
Brilliant.
Number
Number
2!
two.
That's a hit!
Yeah, there we go.
That's some
Beautiful.
damage. It's still up.
Ah! Don't get eat. Oh my god, that was almost a 20!
That was almost a 20 as it bursts from the ground, clamping its jaws around Phelan and carrying him upwards into its maw.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm still up!
How?
No, I'm not. I thought I had 60. I'm sorry. Rip
Nope,
me.
you've got 50.
Rip
Bam!
me. I thought I had 60. I read that quickly wrong. Rip and skip me. I'm down. Kid's about to die, boys.
All right, and let me double check how
Wow.
much speed it has left. I've got some
Speed it has
bad
left.
news, gang. It's diving back under the ice.
Oh no.
All right,
It's taking Phelan with it.
Trill?
Trill. Okay, so gonna do one more check to see. Tails never fails. Is Trill going to erupting Earth the thing out? He's got more. Tails failed. Tails failed. Oh no.
Do we want to use?
Yeah. I'll allow a use of inspiration to try and fix that, so it won't let me get to the inspiration menu, oh no, but I'll just remember to do it later, so inspiration, try that again, Trill. Tails never fails.
Let's just ignore the first 2 times.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, exactly. And this will not catch Phelan, so kaboom. The ice worm burrows into the ground, but Trill manages to figure out where it's coming from and boom, burst it back up to the top. It is looking
nice.
battered and bloodied as hell, and Trill is panting heavily right now, trying to keep it up there. No, don't increase the inspiration pool, decrease.
No, increase!
Yeah. And you know who else gets to act on Trill's turn? Pet Shop, the bird of death!
Red shop, let's go.
You hear, aye, as he dives down to attack the mighty ice worm. That is just barely a hit!
Come on, baby.
Woo, nice!
All right, so
Please.
he's still gonna take some heated body damage. Oh wow, 7 damage, oh no. Pet Shop is still standing. He is stronger than that. The ice worm, on the other hand, its jaw hangs limp, dropping Phelan to the ground. It screeches and collapses, dead!
Oh,
Right.
The dice gods smiled upon you today.
Truly.
thanks, Dice Gods.
Alright. Megan's gonna change out of combat mode, and then run up to Phelan
Oh, the game's paused.
and lay on.
Not anymore.
Let's pause. It seems. All right, lay on some hands. Where's my lay on hands? There it is.
Just get my javelin back, thank you.
Okay. I'll use 10 of these.
Wake up!
Yeah.
Oh,
Phelan, you blacked out for a second after being bitten so hard that fire went through your body, but you flash back and looking up before you, the ice worm is dead.
Also, you get +6 more hit points from the
Yeah.
unicorn.
Whoop. No, don't take 6, no!
unicorn eats you! Oh god, you have a knack for scaring us.
Is that twice now that I've seen the faces of gods?
What do the faces of God look like?
Punchable.
Surprisingly enough, they just look like a whole bunch of nerds all gathered around staring into, like, circular devices on top of square ones.
Oh my gosh. Well, Nyx will, like,
I think
support.
one of them's looking back at us, guys. What should we do?
I don't like it. Nyx will support, like, Phelan by the shoulders, like, to ease them back up.
Megan holds out her, like, holds out a water skin for Phelan.
Yeah, he's just downing that.
Mmm. Good worm.
The only good
Gotta
one is the
harvest this
skinned
thing.
one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just about to say, says Barkat, pulling out a carving knife. Just give me 1 second. He starts carving off several of the spindly legs on the side of the worm.
Yeah.
All right, get his share of the loot. Let's get ours.
Let's get ours.
All right, so worm appraisal time. So,
Praise this worm.
as usual, appraisal comes before actual harvesting. So, that's going to be because the Remorhaz is a monstrosity. That is a nature check. And
Worth a shot.
yeah, I was gonna see. Oh, Trill's got +5 to nature, so
Hell yeah.
Trill's got +5, and is trained, so it can give advantage. What's Phelan's nature?
It's 10. That's a +0.
Oh,
I have a +4.
okay. All right, +4. Let's see, Barkat, are you trained in nature? You are trained in nature. You can actually help out Trill with this. Let's go.
Hey!
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you, Barkat. Let me double check the appraisal DC for this, because it's pretty big. Oh my god, that just hits it! That just manages to get it!
Oh.
Alright, so, now that it is appraised, so, now, Trill, or anyone else who wants to try, dexterity with nature. So dexterity with nature for Trill would be, I believe, a +6. Trill now has advantage on harvesting the thing. If you don't mind me rolling for Trill, because these DCs are high, I want you to have the best chance you can possibly
what?
get.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I think Trill could use a little more.
He sure could.
A
Plus
little
a
D6
D6.
action.
Yeah, let's go.
Because the freaking pitch up there, I keep expecting like the rest of that riff to be like.
All right. So, you managed to collect various smaller pieces of the beast that indicate, hey, we did in fact kill this. The legs, pieces of the fins, an eyeball. The carapace is unfortunately too damaged to be salvageable. However, you do manage to collect 7 vials of adult Remorhaz blood and 2 Remorhaz antennas. So, each vial of Remorhaz blood is 1 pound, and has this as a description. They are worth about 10 gold each to the right buyer.
Ooh, nice.
Each Remorhaz antenna is 6 pounds, about 25 gold to the right buyer, and has this for a description.
This moves creature around it. If taken to the hole, it may be readapted to be used as a pair of dowsing rods for security purposes.
Incredible.
Yeah, find the right crafter to work with these. You might be able to get something out of them.
Mmm, fantastic.
Thanks.
All right, what is the time of day currently?
It is late afternoon.
Late afternoon. Okay. All right. Are you okay to carry on, Phelan?
I'm good. I promise.
Good. Don't worry. I too have also experienced near death. It's fine. It's not fine, but, you know, it's just one of the many things in this cruel, cold life.
I mean, we could just take a rest here for a little bit, like an hour or so. I doubt anything else is going to come by if there's a Remorhaz under the ice, so...
Worm 2.
Worm.
I summoned Worm too. Well, I guess we're at camp, so...
We're at a camp.
Sure, why not? Why'd you... No. Stop that!
What? I'm just setting it up for you taking a rest here.
Inceased.
Inceased.
Either way, I will create a bonfire.
Okay.
That used.
You light
I
up
don't
the
wanna-
bonfire at the camp that was set up here and gather around for a short rest.
All right, let's rest shortly.
Shortly thereafter.
All right. The sun
Didn't take any
sets as you
damage,
take
so-
your short rest.
Worm 2.
As the
Come on, Helena, let's tell stories.
Yeah. The sun sets, you take some time to take a rest, lick your wounds, polish off your weapons. The bird gives you a death glare and flies off to seek greater challenges.
I thought we were getting on.
Nah.
It'll come back anytime Trill summons the bird for challenges. Not like the bird's gone forever.
And as you heal up, you hear, echoing through the pass, the screaming cry that sounds very, very similar to a Remorhaz somewhere in this mountain pass. It sounds like that, but bigger.
Okay, it is time to go.
I think we killed
We
this
can
thing's
take-
husband.
Oh god. Here come the children.
Yeah, we could take him. It's fine.
More experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Waylon, did you take a short rest?
Yeah, Phelan, please.
Waylon,
heal
please
my
take a short
insides.
rest.
Use your hit die.
Not me just simply forgetting.
Baby did it for you!
I know, I forget.
You did it to save your ass, baby, no.
Mm-mm.
That was a
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I do have Song of Rest, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Wang.
Yeah, by default, you have Song of Rest.
Heal for fuck's sake. There we go. Yeah. So you guys want to stay?
Not with that sound close by, no.
Let's move.
Let's move.
Right.
Ooh, nice.
Because we definitely pissed off this thing's wife, I guess.
You carry on through the pass. I'm not changing the map because this was just representing the entirety of the mountain pass. It is still slow going, slick, and treacherous, and by now the sun has set, so you're doing the shit in the dark. It is slow going, treacherous, and very hard to see where anything is. And then to top it all off, snow starts falling. A lot of snow starts falling.
Oh no. I'm gonna say, just because Helena doesn't have dark vision, that Nyx is like being close to her to guide it. Helena, as soon as the snow starts, immediately feels like a tightening on her hand.
Easy, easy, I'm still here.
Yeah, I know you're still here. It's good that you're still here, because if you weren't here, then things would be bad.
Things already are pretty bad. I'm pretty sure we're being hunted by a giant worm that's bigger than the worm we just killed.
No! Helena, I had no idea!
Alright. So, Megan, you light up your lamp to give you some illumination around you, staring through the snow, trying to find, hey, where is anything? Where is any way out of this pass? And because of the light source, you can see this big shadow sailing over you. You look up, and there's this gigantic, wormy centipede-like figure with a bunch of snowy and icy growths all over it. Its fins that were previously used to spread out heat are now flapping up and down. You have found a bigger, flying version of the worm.
Flying.
Flying.
Let's fucking go.
Because of course we just got a baby. We just got a baby.
Worm 2!
Worm 2.
Do we fight it?
I don't think we've got much of a choice.
It is pretty far above you.
Get away.
That said.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can we kind of like use the snow as cover, like try and stealth this?
Sure. Yeah, let's
Oh my god, look at it.
it's big.
Let's
so,
snuff out the lamp first.
Yeah. Snuff out the lamp,
just
huddle
like a
under the
torch.
snow. Let me double check this thing's senses. Okay, it's got that. So, it is time for a group stealth check. I'm not gonna have Trill roll because Trill is busy, and that would be rude.
Trill, what are you so busy with? Ooh, not bad.
Come on, baby.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mm?
Out of
Oh my god, Meg, how the hell did Megan roll that?
Sometimes
Megan,
just roll high.
the stealthiest robot. Iron Giant levels of stealth. Let's go.
She like
Yeah.
rolls into like a Metroid thing. Yay!
Transforms.
All right.
Oh, thank Christ.
Church, chicken ding ding church.
So despite the -1, enough of you succeeded that you hold your breaths. You look upwards at where you think the worm is, because you've turned off the lights and it's flying high above you. Not daring to make any sound. Until you can hear the flapping of its wings pass over you, continuing to look through the pass.
I think we're good.
Okay. Want me to turn the lamp back on now that it's gone, or not risk it?
I feel like it might be
Dark.
too dangerous to not to, is the thing.
It's true, yeah.
It's a
Well, like
lose-lose
walking or
otherwise.
attracting the worm would be too dangerous.
Well,
We can
walking
barely-
without a light, for one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can barely see anything.
Okay, let's turn the light back on then.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. You turn the light back on and continue through the pass. It is still a treacherous climb, but eventually you get to a smoother descent and get out of the mountain pass.
Oh! Is the snow
Megan turns to
still...
the- go ahead.
Is the snow still, like, relentless?
No.
Okay. Then, sigh of relief.
Megan turns to the others and says, "That must be why we shouldn't have gone through that pass."
Like I said, we've got to start facing challenges now.
Megan nods.
As much as I hate to go looking for trouble, well, I mean, we're going to be amassing an army and stuff. We're going to have to, be a strong army.
It worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, only one of us almost got eaten. Yeah. Yeah.
Slow turn to look at you, Nyx.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
Megan turns to the both of you and says, "Do not fight."
I'm not fighting. I don't want to fight. This is the worst place to fight.
Wasn't gonna fight. I'm just unamused by Nyx's comment.
I'm
Full
We would not have
disclosure.
allowed you to be digested.
Full disclosure, I was gonna fight, just for fun.
You always fight, Barkat.
I appreciate your honesty.
we don't.
That
We're not
is-
fighting with words, Barkat.
That is not a surprise, Barkat. Okay. Well, I guess we were eastward bound, so.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
were going towards that goblin outpost and something else. What was the other thing?
It's either that Hobgoblin outpost where we saw the other Omega unit, or we were gonna wait around in the well, no, we already
Yeah.
Yeah.
got it back.
we already
so
did that.
it's either
It's
Yeah.
either infiltrate the Voth or go mess with the hobgoblins.
yeah.
Like hobgoblins are significantly more mooky than the.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I guess Tig would probably be like, if they think, pause, rewind, use my words, it would
Strike
be far
that,
more
reverse it.
obvious. Exactly, it would be far more obvious for us to like go for them right away after they return the crystal, right? So giving
be
it
more
some
prepped.
time might,
Oh, yeah.
exactly, might have them let their guard down a little
Yep.
bit.
Well, they're racist dogs. They always have their guard up, but. Regardless, coming back there with a potential second robot friend.
True. Yeah, let's head
Perfect.
northeast then.
All right.
Should we use the tower?
I mean,
Let me do some
Nice
math.
one.
If you're fast, either way is equally as fast to get to tower or no tower to get to the hobgoblin place.
Okay.
let's use the tower because some people are sensitive.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah. But
So
first,
somebody here doesn't like the cold, so
yeah, but first it's late o'clock.
yes, it is time for watch.
One more night in the snow.
Right. Megan kind of pats Nyx on the back and says, "Go rest."
Thank you. They'll go
No
rest. They'll
more
also,
snow tomorrow.
yeah, they'll also apologize to Helena for being a bit snippy before.
I mean, you're talking to the Queen of Snippy sometimes, so no harm, no foul.
Oh, guess you're rubbing off on me then.
All we need to do is get you to keep drinking a whole lot.
Does drinking keep you warm?
Sure.
I'll give you a silver if you share.
No.
Okay.
And if you we have the worm blood, and it apparently stays kind of warm. So if you want to huddle with that in your put that in your sleeping bag or something.
A hot worm bottle.
Hot worm
A hot worm
bottle!
bottle.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Megan's gonna rummage through the cart, through Torque's cart, and then pull out the vial, detecting high heat signature. Hands it to Nyx,
Thank you. Ooh, this is nice.
and then she stomps off to do her watch.
Congratulations, you are trapped.
Oh, nice!
Robot noises worked. Let's go.
The robot noises scan the area very effectively, managing to scare away, essentially, a group of humanoid figures that were following and looked like they had ill intentions with camp, because you saw so well. Not only that, you're also going to get some hints as to what is in the hexes near you. So you've explored mostly all of them. You catch glimpses of horned humanoid figures doing a chant and dance around a totem pole of some kind to the north.
Okay.
You spot small, hunched-over figures looking like goblins, ducking in between trees over to the south of you. And to the southeast, where it gets more towards the edges of the plateau, you can see what appears to be some kind of wooden elevator being cranked up along a cliffside over to the top of the plateau.
Oh. Okay. So, horned people doing a dance. Goblins. Elevator. Got it. Okay. Well, since you've averted danger, I'm gonna wake the next person.
All right. Second watch. Second watch.
Second watch. Second watch.
He's gonna say, "We were almost robbed, but they were scared. They were afraid."
Well, good. Good job scaring them off.
Thank you. Do a great job as always.
All right.
Power's down.
16. Seems all clear to you. There starts to get some like cold rain on your back, and that's not pleasant, but nothing dangerous.
Third watch. Third watch.
Third watch. Third watch.
All
Third
right.
watch.
Is it? I think, I assume?
I believe Nizip, yes.
Nizip also says, well, no, yeah. Or also says, not doing so hot in the chat, so if anybody else wants to take it.
Oh,
I can take it. It's
yeah, go for it.
Alright, that is a hot 7.
Hot 7. You don't spot anything of note during your watch.
Awesome.
Thankfully, uneventful night.
Thankfully, uneventful night. I'm gonna go ahead and long rest Trill to get back a whole bunch of spells. Once I find the long rest button.
Oh yeah, that would help.
They do not make the long rest button very obvious to find. Oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah, like, it's a tent, so, like... It's a tent, but it's, like, tucked up, all the way at the top. Which is silly.
Super silly.
I love Helena. Wrath +2.
Wrath!
Tell you something, giant ice worm!
Dumb being nice.
I'm done being N ice!
And ice.
And ice. Alright. You continue upwards towards the eastern edges of the tundra, getting to the tower, climbing up it, moving pretty quick to get up the cold stone, and
Ooh, ice cream!
zooping over with some delicious ice cream to the Fey North Woods of Sedaria.
Oh god, Nilbugs. Nilbug country.
Descending the tower, it looks like the Firekeeper is out today, which is amazing, because all the times you've seen him, he's been, like, napping up here.
Guess the Dragonettes, just get the Dragonette to go get some milk and eggs.
Yep, basically.
Right. So we get down the tower. Nyx immediately runs out into like the nature and just like, woohoo! Woo! No more snow! No more snow!
You get joked by Nilbugs.
I will take a nilbog any day right now.
You
That's what she said.
would you? Summoner!
Jinx it.
God.
The only thing that could make the tundra worse would be ice Nilbugs.
Ice nilbogs. Oh.
Alright.
The Prince of Frost and his army of nilbogs.
Oh, then we need to kill him.
Alright. You head back down into the woods. As the sun sets, blues, greens, and purples of bioluminescent lights glow along the sides of plants. They bloom in the moonlight, and dusk falls over Sedaria once more.
Alright.
No, in the woods.
Megan says, if there are any Nilbugs, wake me and I will throw them.
Wake up, babes. New Olympic sport just dropped. New track and
hammer
field.
throw.
Fucking yeah, exactly. But Nilbog, perfect.
But Nilbog.
Nilbog throw.
Part of the skill is picking the correct Nilbog to throw.
A Nilbog meta,
Exactly.
pretty complex.
All right.
Right. Well, speaking of looking up for things,
It's first watch time.
it's all right.
Uh,
Average number.
Dirty 10. Looking around, everything looks like otherworldly and beautiful. You don't spot anything dangerous, but you do appreciate it is a nice change from ice, snow, everywhere.
Megan feels at ease knowing that like friends are no longer freezing, and then she goes to wake the next person.
All right.
That's sweet.
Second watch. Second watch.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very good.
Dirty 20. So, miraculously, it's somehow colder in the middle of these woods than it is in the tundra right now. But,
Strange.
aside from bundling up a little bit more on watch to keep warm, you don't have anything notable happen during your watch.
Coming off second watch, Tig kicks Nyx's like boot and just you're up for third.
Well, why am I up for third?
Zip needs a break.
True. This has been like unconscious for 2 days. All right. Wait, why am I doing it? Swift's the one who's supposed to do it. God.
Yeah, kicks Nyx, you're on watch. Nyx kicks Swift, you're on watch.
With dice from the
Travels
impact.
down the line.
All right. Swift, you look around in place of Nyx, making sure there's nothing dangerous approaching the camp. When you hear the jingling of clown shoes.
Oh, gee.
Ding, 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 a lot of them. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm gonna say that I'm perceiving through Swiss senses, so immediately Swiss here. Where is that coming from?
I believe they are surrounding the camp.
Right, I will get up. To mitigate this, I'm gonna like go to like where the strongest jingling is coming from.
You run over and you see a Nilbog, a goblin in this hideous jester costume, with at least 11 other Nilbogs gathered around, circling the camp. Sooner good time money. It's time to play the Nilbog game.
Good morning, it's nighttime.
It's that time morning, you fool. Now kiss me. Give the Nilbog a little
No. Hey, okay. Why does he sound more whiny?
That's what
Okay,
Nilbogs.
Okay,
Would
no.
you like to call for the robot?
Nyx will try and mitigate this. No, right, quiet down. No, they're sleeping.
There's no time for sleep. It's time for the Nilbog game. Game of Nilbogs. We got the Nilbog Station 3, and we gotta play some games. We didn't have any money, so we gotta play games.
The Nilbog Swift, what's the Nilbog game?
You don't want to know what the Nilbog game is.
I'm very curious to know what the Nilbog game is.
You don't want to know what the Nilbog game is.
Go get Megan.
Poke, poke, poke. Hey, bestie, we got Nilbogs.
Just knocking on her eye.
Megan stops towards the Nilbogs without a single word, grabs one by the head, and starts whirling her arm around. I will show you a Nilbog game. And she's gonna wind up and attempt to hurl the Nilbog.
Okay.
Like she did before.
Athletics check.
The Trunchbull here with like the shot put.
I would like to use a point of inspiration.
Okay.
Please.
Glad we're using it on the important things like nilbogs.
Heck yeah.
Listen,
Saying
it's more
nilbugs
important to
on-
not like.
That's better.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Dirty 20. You whirl your arm around, vroom, hurl the nilbog off into the trees. The other 11 nilbogs start galumphing and dancing, jingling their clown shoes, like shaking around little scepters. Oh, that's a fun game. We're gonna have our turn now. And then the nilbogs start hopping on top of each other, making like a nilbog Voltron of all sorts of nilbogs clinging to each other into
Okay.
one big body of nilbogs.
Okay, this is how we're playing it, eh?
You know what?
Okay, they formed Nilbogtron. Okay, here.
I am almost impressed.
We're gonna throw you, Hermider. And they are going to try
Why?
grabbing Nyx. Why not, Hermider? All right.
Oh, out of character. I absolutely deserve this. God. All right, am I rolling anything opposing? Oh my god.
So that is a miss for an attempt to grab you.
Okay, good.
As you like duck out of the way of the Nilbog Voltron, as its Herminers echo through the camp.
It turns towards Nyx and says, "Wake the others?" Question mark.
Wait, Swift.
I don't think that's needed.
Oh my god, where did you come from?
Anti-morning! We're playing the Nilbog game too! It's like a Nilbog game, but a second one! Summoner, Hammoner!
Swift, you didn't tell me there were two of them!
I think you just made a second one when you threw one!
So is this initiative, or can we do something just to counter?
So doing the math, even though it's 11 Nilbogs, I think this is a fight you would not have a trouble coming out victorious, so, everyone...
Fantastic, I'll do this.
Describe for me, what you do, what resources you expend, what skill checks you do to deal with the Nilbog Voltron.
I slap them with cards.
Megan pulls out both of her swords and she says, "And for Nilbog game 3," and starts whirling around like a tornado and charging straight for the Nilbogtron.
All right, attack roll from Megan. Spray of cards is cool to go from Nyx.
Who would like to use a point of inspiration?
Oh my god!
We're gonna use all the inspiration on these fucking Nilbogs. Let's go.
Megan is not going to be embarrassed by a fucking Nilbog.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
She's
saying.
better than this.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay. That's some solid Nilbog damage on the Nilbogs. All
So I
right.
have two very funny options.
I do
one
love
is
that. Very
Ty
funny.
doesn't bother waking up. The other one is
That is a very funny option.
Tig blearily sees this fucking Nilbog Voltron. They like peek out of the tent. Tent flap closes. There's a rummage. Peek out of the tent again. They take like this bag, fucking hook it. It explodes into ball bearings underneath the Nilbog Voltrons.
The most incredible result I possibly could have gotten, honestly.
That is
Let's
perfection.
Fucking go!
A fucking, like, pile of Voltrons start boom, 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 Nilbog, like, slip out of the Nilbog Voltron, slam into each other. Some of them float back up into the air just to fall on each other again.
You're imagining like the Gmod collision sound.
You also hear, like, the metal pipe falling sound effect in there somewhere.
Wow.
All right. Foylan, what do you do with the Nilbog menace in your camp?
Well, I had an option, but and for the funniest reason, and I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. Ty kind of ruined the plan. That's fine. It was really funny. So I think I'm just gonna be a basic and just use an explosive arrow.
Oh my god.
Explosive arrow!
Explosive arrow, let's go!
Listen. The original plan, go right below the Milbog Voltron. Use a lightning arrow so I can electrocute them all in a line. But that's no longer the case, so they're just bundle explosive.
Hey, the ball bearings are made of metal and are conductive.
That is true, but that says nothing about conducting electricity with these.
Explosive would probably be more effective.
Yeah. It would be really funny, and I'm a little sad, but alas, we'll just do big boom.
It's okay. Blow them up. Light them up.
Light them up!
Let me find my stuff.
What a beautiful reunion.
What a beautiful reunion indeed.
All right.
That was almost a 4, but
almost.
It was not.
Yeah, with a mighty shot, boom! This explosion rings through the forest, sending a bunch of Nilbogs flying in all directions. North, south, east, west, smudge, all directions! And the Nilbogs just go flying off into the distance, going...
Nilbog blasting off again!
Doppler effect on the summoner.
At last, blessed silence returns to camp.
I did not mean to click out of that. Hang on.
That was beautiful.
Megan turns towards the others and says, "Go back to sleep."
Thanks, Megan. Thanks, everyone, actually.
Yeah.
Might just chill out here if that's okay. I've done my trance for the night.
Only together can you fight the Nilbog menace.
So what was Nilbog game number 1 supposed to be?
It involves taking off your pants.
Fuck's sake!
I mean, Nyx did say they could take.
Nyx will skip along pretending they didn't hear that.
Megan turns towards Tigans.
I was saying it out. I was saying it out of character. Thank you very much. Did you hear an accent? No, you did not. Tig is in their tent asleep. They threw the ball bearings. We're like, "Yep, that's my contribution." Roll over.
Practice.
One day I'll get a good night's sleep.
All right. That was eventful.
It sure was. But eventually, you do manage to catch up on sleep. As dawn emerges, and the light from the sun shining up above replaces the light that was shining all around you in the forest. Our journey will continue after we take a break, because I gotta pee. We're gonna hydrate or dihydrate. We'll see you all in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, and welcome back to D6 Tricks Legends of the Wildlands. We're back in Fae Town. Woo! Now, there you can go north or northwest to get on a road over towards the Hobgoblin camp. Which way do you want to go?
We haven't explored Northwest yet, have we?
We haven't, no.
You have not.
Let's
Oh, yeah,
explore
that. Let's go.
Okay. Then don't mind me. I'm just getting some notes real quick. And also doing my usual rolls to see if things happen.
It would be really funny.
Summona, motherfucking homina, baby. Okay. Alright, and that is going to be this. As I go close out some things I don't need, and you head northwest. The woods around you get much thicker. There are some signs posted up made of pure metal, no hint of any wood or anything in these signs as you head northwestwards through the woods. And along the trees are hidden messages in Druidic that Trill manages to spot.
Hello. Do they read?
The messages read, Traveler who knows the old ways of nature. This is the Druidic one. The ones on the signs are much shorter, along the lines of keep out. The Druidic messages read, Traveler who knows the true ways of nature. This is the land of the green unicorn of the wood. We do not welcome outsiders into these woods. If you are not here to join us in our ways, leave.
I believe we've heard of this green unicorn.
I think we might have seen it when somebody was taking watch one night.
Oh yeah, it was the angry-looking unicorn, huh?
The angry-looking unicorn.
Angry unicorn, the most pissed-off unicorn.
We find a sign that states we've reached the domain of the animal unicorn. It states if we're not for this cult, we should stay away from it, so we keep heading west. Wow, looks like it's spread its influence. Oh dear. I mean, I don't want to bother any of you guys, don't.
Yeah, definitely not. Some additional context from my notes. Emerald unicorns are a subspecies of unicorn that tend to act as guardians. They're heavily wary of those who are good or evil, as they're mostly preoccupied with keeping nature's balance. Yeah, I'm happy to not fuck around.
Yeah, let's not mess with the unicorn.
All right. Carolina is checking her notes.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Things getting more complicated.
Ooh.
We're in a different region. Alright, let's see. Oh no.
What? You said
Oh no.
You said something about a guardian of nature?
Yeah.
So my map says, under purview of the great guardian of nature, a beauty beyond beauty, where none but the unsullied walk free.
The Unsullied.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Uncorrupted, you know. Great. Cool. Well, that'll be a pain in the ass.
Are we not gonna make a good escape here?
So, I am 90% sure the treasure hoard of the Feywoods is somewhere in the woods where that message is telling us not to go.
Oh. Well,
yeah,
to
go figure.
be fair, we did just go into Corn's Pass despite being told not to go, so...
You guys want angry horse treasure?
Is that like a notable passage into this place?
Nope.
Oh, it's just the area. Okay.
Well, good catch and good eye. Yeah. I mean, you're probably correct. You tend to be. Of course, there's a question of, do we want to play games at the moment? Because we could.
mean,
It is an
hmm.
option.
We could, or we
Just
could
with our
get.
druid being out of sorts, and
I mean,
come back, way back.
I was gonna say, do you want to get the Omega unit first, and then we could come back?
But Megan points out that there's a bit of a there's a bit of a high priority situation going on here. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
But very good to know. Thank you.
good to know.
Mm-mm.
All
We
right.
will consider this.
Around we go then. And you head around the woods of the Green Unicorn. You continue along through the woods until once more, dusk falls. You don't hear any clown shoes yet, so you feel reasonably safe settling down to make camp.
All right, let's do some watches then. Let me pull up that character sheet and proceed. All right.
All right. 10. You're on high alert for any sign of millbogs approaching. Luckily, you don't hear any.
Real bugs not detected. Execute second watch.
Woot, woot, woot! Second watch, begin executing.
Second watch executing.
You do not have to talk like me.
Okay, okay, but it's funny.
Are you making fun of
11.
me?
11. Alright. You hear stomp, 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 the marching of several metallic boots. Sounds a whole lot like hobgoblins.
Alright.
We will say
Just-
we're trying to infiltrate their base, so we probably shouldn't alert them.
Not gonna lure, but just gonna try and see where it's coming from, just so I could tell third watch, hey, hobgoblins went this way.
Sounds like they are heading, from northeast of you to northwest of you.
Okay. Alright, third watch.
Ooh, very nice.
Alright.
I
26.
perceive.
You perceive. I just need to do one quick thing. Don't mind me. Doobie doobie doo. Okay. It hid my own roll from me. What the fuck? Rude.
It's disguise time.
Okay, I'll make up my own result then with blackjack and hookers. As the very first rays of sun slowly start rising, you hear the honking of swans.
Oh no! If I know anything about swans, those
Okay,
birds are
then.
nasty.
I will convey that upon everyone waking up.
Alright. So, morning comes. The swans have stopped honking.
Thank God.
Alright. And it is once more time to set out on an expedition. I'm just gonna double check that you can actually see this map if you decide to explore it.
I'm assuming, by the way, we're out of our cold gear as well.
It's still cold. It's above freezing, but it's still cold.
All
Yeah,
right.
put,
Well,
put
Nick,
on a cardigan.
yeah, Nick's will at least like loosen there. I'll take the goggles off at least.
Take off 3 of the 70 parkas.
I'm imagining that one kid from Wayside School who's just a dead rat in disguise, covered in coats.
True.
True, so true, bestie. All right. As you continue marching along through the Feywoods, getting up to the river that leads up towards the Hobgoblin Fort, you all can hear the honking of swans along this river.
How
Sound
many
like normal
swans?
A lot.
Oh, wow. Well, those are swans.
Hmm.
I mean, it is autumn. Is it like normally swan migration time, I guess?
Nature check for me, please.
Sure.
It's swan time.
Hmm.
Alright, that would be a 6.
6. You don't know.
Weird, are they usually in flux this big?
Uh,
Don't
Trill
know.
is bored. I will have Trill roll.
Trill is bored.
B-O-R-D.
guess.
Bored.
Oh, I thought you said bored? There you go.
Not
Who knew the
from
bird knows about the birds?
yeah, not from what I can remember. Usually swans are more of a springtime thing.
Huh.
Oh,
Odd.
well, the Feywoods are a bit sort of back and forth, so I guess it would make sense.
Megan turns towards like Ix and asks if they know what the spring court is like.
I don't really know what any of the courts are like. Looks at
Megan
Swift instead.
Megan asks Swift as well.
So the spring court is like they have fun, but it's a really boring kind of fun. Though that is coming from me, so interpret that as you will. They're generally pretty nice guys in the spring court. For Faye, that is.
So that means the swans must be nice too.
Swans, nice.
Are they? I don't know. I only see them like in 1s and 2s.
Be thankful for that.
Don't go try messing with an entire flock of any bird. A lot of
Oh.
them get really aggressive, especially when in bigger groups.
Large waterfowl.
Is there anything else that we can pick up like near the swans?
Perception check, please.
Of course. Seven.
Incredible. No.
That's a lot of swans. Oh shoot. Well, I guess if they're minding their own business. Maybe.
Maybe.
What is swan business anyway?
A gathering of swans for business.
What is a gathering
It's
of
a
swans
conference.
called? Oh.
A cavalcade
Not
of
actually,
swans.
but if it's for business.
Gathering of swans is called a
Gaggle.
bevy, a bank, or a herd.
So they're doing
Okay.
financial
Bevy of
stuff. Their
swans.
swan business is financial.
They're doing swan
dig it.
taxes.
Swan taxes.
That reminder, tax day in a couple of weeks. Americans, get on those if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done your taxes yet?
I have.
Okay, good.
Ooh.
Just doing some minor adjustments before I send all the stuff in.
Mine are done automatically. A.
Yeah, because you don't live in hell.
You see, over here, it's like the government. You owe us money. How much? Guess. $1,000.
Guess.
Jail.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That wasn't enough? Don't you know? Yes. Will you tell me? No.
No. Jail.
And it's that way because the tax companies lobbied for it.
Ugh,
Boo.
Boo.
disgusting. But yeah, I'm willing to leave them to their swan taxes.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll leave them to their swan taxes.
All right. So, you leave the swans to their swan taxes. This hex will remain explored another day. you go further along the river until dusk falls, and you make camp on the riverbanks.
All right. Which means it's time to watch.
More swans.
All right. Megan, you see the river, like, bubbling a little, as if something is breathing heavily under it.
I'm gonna investigate that.
All right. You get closer, look in, start listening further, and the bubbling gets like louder and over a widespread area as if something is surfacing. And faintly under the water, you can hear something that sounds like jingling clown shoes.
Fuck's sake.
Another one?
A hulking figure, humanoid, but like with limbs elongated and twisted and then bulked up, green skin, like a long curling nose, at the end of which sits like a red ball clown nose, and clown makeup on, as well as like tattered harlequin robes over him, rises up. He is towering over you, Megan, looks down. Hello, I am Lord.
No. Oh, I get it. It's a troll. It's a Milfog troll.
Lord.
Okay. Megan looks up and says, "Hello, Lord." Sounds very confused.
Lord is here to ask you some Lord questions.
Megan's optic shifts left and right for a moment, and then she makes a gesture to continue. He's just very confused right now.
Is your bag of colding running?
It says, "Yeah, affirmative."
Then you had better go catch it. And you hear some scrambling footsteps. Turn around. Tig's bag of colding has sprouted feet and is running away from camp.
Oh my
no.
fucking god. Holy shit.
Megan turns around and lets out an alarm sound to the camp.
Oh god, what now?
Wait.
She points towards the now alive bag of colding.
I'm dreaming.
What the fuck?
Who do you think you are?
I start
Fucking
charging it.
Yeah, Tide goes after the bag as well.
Oh
All
god,
right.
chase sequence.
Athletics check to catch up to the bag before it runs away.
I will. Can I offer assistance?
Absolutely, yes.
Come
Yes.
back, bag!
So I know the answer is probably no, but can it be acrobatics instead?
Sure, why not?
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Nice.
So, 18 acrobatics. You vault up, immediately alert, and then manage to sprint after the bag of colding. Whalen following, using all of his muscle strength. And those of you who have rolled that high, yeah, that's enough to catch up to the bag of colding before it can run out of camp. As you just crash tackle the bag, hold it up in the air so that it can't run any further. Its little feet are just kicking everywhere. And it's not making any
I'm
noise because it is a
imagining
bag. Yeah.
But imagining that one enemy from Kid Icarus, the Mimikyu, that sprouts sexy legs or something. That looks like the treasure chest with the sexy legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
my god.
So I do have to ask, what do the legs look like they're made out of?
Same kind of fabric as the bag of colding.
Wait, just tear him off.
Yeah,
You'll tear the bag.
Tag wheezes and catches up to you guys and just sort of, thank you. Fucking luggage! It sort of like extends a claw. I could take a look at it. Thank you. And yeah, they're just gonna take their tinker's tools and start like unpicking the seams of
All
the
right.
legs.
You start unmaking the legs of the bag. Lort clambers up out of the water. Thank you for answering the first Lort question.
The first one.
gonna kill
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck is this thing?
I am
Like it says
Lord.
He is Lord.
I was unaware Nilbog had a father. I thought they just sort of appeared.
Well, no, they're contagious. You knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're gonna turn into them one day and then we're gonna take over the world? Oh my god, imagine a Nilbog on the throne.
Stop manifesting things. Cut it out.
I can't help. I can't help. It's the middle of the night. I can't help it.
Listen, the Goblin Wars for the throne were bad enough. Imagine.
I'm
Consider.
imagining.
And then stop. we do not voice these cursed things. We bury them.
Right, are we killing this thing or actually listening to it?
Oh, you're planning on fighting him? Shoot.
I
mean,
as I said, I'm like, I'm gonna kill it.
yeah,
All
Niz,
right.
if you want to take it, it's all yours.
Have fun with that. I'm out of my armor, but have fun with that.
Okay,
Let's not, please.
so I haven't finished the Lort stat block yet, but I know enough about its abilities to tell you what'll happen if you attack it. So go ahead and attack it.
Eh.
Go ahead. Make Lord's day.
Do. Reel across the landscape.
You send a scourge of lightning across the land, blasting Lort with it. As he is electrified, a third arm pops out of Lort's side. Thank you for the arm. Lort will use this for sinister purposes.
Did not need to know that.
And this it just like does that lizard blink of just one eye and then the other. I'm like, excuse me.
That is the power of Lord. Lord now has Lord has a second Lord question for you.
The second?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay, what's the second?
It's more like a Lord riddle, really.
Okay, sure.
Right. You spot a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How?
Spot a boat full of people, but there's not a single person on board. Oh. Formula face. Wait. It's not a single person because there's multiple people.
Wrong.
True.
Wrong?
Boo! That was good, and you know it.
It was stinky.
What?
Just because you didn't think of it first doesn't mean it's a bad answer.
The
Type
answer is they're
finishing
all
unpicking one of them.
married.
What?
That's also a good one. You know, to be fair,
Oh,
yeah,
single
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Lord.
Hey!
Thank you,
was
says
proud of
Lord,
that.
holding just a pouch in his third hand somehow. Third answered Lord question.
Okay.
The boat full of people sinks, and there is a lake full of sharks, but they swim to safety without getting bitten. How?
The boat wasn't in a lake.
It is now.
Okay, I'm warming to this
Megan
guy.
says, with their arms and legs.
Yes. Also, I was lying about the sharks.
No, that would do it.
Okay. When we encountered that other Nilbog, it no-clipped, right? We couldn't kill it, could we?
You couldn't.
Okay, is that all the questions?
Yes.
Can we go back to sleep now?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lord, it was interesting to meet you.
Yes.
Can you leave now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Lort does not move.
Will you?
Apologies. Will you leave now?
I don't want to.
Well, as long as you're quiet, it should be fine.
Okay.
I really need
Swift-
to invest in some earplugs.
Swift, why don't you go and make friends?
Why don't you?
But I just tried.
You need to be more outgoing. Come on, don't
You
give
said
up, live a little.
He said my riddle answer was crap. Why would I want to make friends?
Prove him wrong.
Okay, sure.
As a matter of fact, would Nyx like to take second watch with Lord?
Sure.
Okay.
Like, seriously?
And Lort spends second watch just staring down Nyx like 6 inches from them at all times.
Do you want to do an ice stirring contest?
I'm supposed to be quiet.
We don't have to say anything during a contest. We just stare at each other. Whoever blinks first loses.
All right. Let me just add some bonuses and.
Does he not?
Yeah, that's his bonus to stare.
What can I roll?
Not
that it matters.
Oh, I thought the perception check was to stare. I misread.
Oh no, that's Swift's possession.
Yeah, Swift's perception, yeah. She sees Lort,
my best.
but no one else really wants to get near Lort. So,
17.
You stare down Lort, and you put in a good effort. He spawns more eyes.
They're beautiful. Like wincing.
You should be more quiet during watch.
I know, I'm sorry.
Hello, sorry, I am Lord.
Nice to meet you, Lord. Have you ever met the Nilbog before?
Yes.
What do you think? You buddies?
You should be more quiet during watch.
Oh, they like sigh and then accidentally blink. Oh, crap.
I win.
You win. Well done.
I'm just gonna do one thing, as I'm gonna roll perception for you to get your eyesight back after the staring contest.
Sure.
Well, you're sorry, aren't you?
You're sorry!
Where did that come from?
You said you were sorry!
And he
Did
said,
he
hello,
take-
sorry, I'm Lord.
Oh my god.
You fuck.
Listen, Lord has been shown to be able to manipulate reality, so from now on your name is Sorry.
You can
Well,
change
what
it
do you
back. I
want
wanted
from
to
now
do
on,
a
Lord?
funny with Lord.
No, that's fine. Well,
I
I've got
thought
a
Onion
cover in
was
the.
always sorry.
Exactly.
Stop that. Well, he's got a cover now if we go into the Feywild, I guess. Hi, I'm sorry. Okay, well, that was really entertaining. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Okay.
We friends?
No.
Do you want to be friends later?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll do another staring contest next time we meet, okay?
Okay.
I'll, put out a hand to shake.
Lort puts out his fourth hand to shake.
When did he get another one?
Oh, you know.
He's always had it.
Yeah,
talking
always.
about?
What are you talking about?
Always. Always. All right, come on, Swift.
All right. Sweet dreams.
Never say that again. I'll wake up the next person.
Okay.
Okay, do it. We're gonna roll, but I'm very weary of Lort.
No, he's just Lord.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's just Lort.
He's just a guy. He's just a dude, you know?
All right.
Just a fella.
Just a fella. So, being wary of Lort, you are exceptionally on alert, and you hear the honking of swans again, as well as the sound of laughter, and people speaking in Sylvan nearby.
Huh. I really hope those geese weren't druids. Anyways, so, Lord, can I ask... no, wait.
That's
Lord,
not
I
a
have
question.
three-
You can't ask, no, wait.
I have 3 questions for you.
Okay.
First Lord question. Do you plan on leaving us alone anytime soon?
Maybe.
Gotcha. Second Lord question. Are you immortal?
Maybe.
Huh. Didn't foresee this outcome. Okay, final Lord question. Would you mind if I kept attacking you until you die?
You can try.
Didn't like that answer either. Yeah, I'm just not gonna fuck with this if he doesn't fuck with us.
All right.
Probably for the best.
The morning comes. All of you wake up. What are you talking about, Lort? There's clearly nothing resembling Lort there. What are you talking about, guys?
I accept this
Again-
reality.
Megan turns towards the others and just decides not to question anything. This is too much for her computer brain to handle.
Well,
Understandable.
I feel very positive about this.
Welcome to the Wildlands, I suppose.
What was that? Oh.
That was me.
That was Rain, Megan.
because I was like, all right, long rest time. Bunch of dice fell out. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Not do that.
You know, just Feywoods.
Waywoods. All right. I'm just gonna real quick. Don't mind me. Okay. Cheers. None of those
Apologize.
encounters would apply to this area, so you managed to avoid the random encounter that was just rolled. Congratulations.
Very nice.
All right. Eventually, you get to the end of the riverbank where wood, stone, and metal all start forming into solid walls of fort. You have once again found yourself at the Hobgoblin's coastal fort in the Fey Woods.
All right.
There we go. Is it occupied?
You can hear sounds of movement from within, so yeah, probably.
All right.
When is it ever not?
All right. I will send Swift ahead to see if she can spot the Omega unit.
Okay, I'm just placing some tokens here. Don't mind me. Quit floating. Quit floating, Zidane. You can't fly.
I want to come too. Watch me.
Watch me fly.
Ooh. Ooh. All right, Swift, do your stuff.
All right.
Oh god,
Not mean to open a door.
How dare you open a door from afar?
Oh yeah, she'll turn invisible as well.
Wait, are we
will.
playing on the top map or the bottom map?
You're
Oh,
on
God.
you're on the bottom map.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
What am I? Oh, okay. I was unaware there was a one. Why is there two? Get down there, you.
Well, it's to indicate that there are multiple levels.
So bottom map. Okay, so Swift can come down here. They cannot because there's a wall apparently.
There's a wall. Swift is right about here.
Well, yeah, I can't move her.
That's dumb. Anyway,
Thank you.
pretend
Right,
she
so she's
really is
invisible.
invisible.
Yeah, invisible.
You know, I think this is a good time for Carolina to maybe pull out her emergency joint. Just chill.
Yeah.
The light doesn't seem to affect Swift here.
Huh.
Like, I'm moving around and nothing's changing.
I think that's because she's an NPC for whatever reason. It's not affecting her the same way.
Oh well.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Megan.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it.
Is there a door?
So, somewhere clanking above on the second story, you can see a hulking Omega unit. Steam is hissing out of various joints as it patrols back and forth.
Okay.
Well, there we go. It's fixed. All right. I will. Yeah, it looks like the light's fixed. I will get Swifty pity use.
All right.
I'm gonna have to have Megan follow me, otherwise I won't be able to see anything.
Okay. Just for the sake of just for the sake of.
I know
I
Megan's
guess
not there.
Megan should also.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
All right. So there's like a little storeroom.
Yeah, it looks like that's a storage room of some kind.
I'm gonna, as Nyx perceive through Swift senses, so I'll get Helena to like hold on to them so they don't like fall off the bridge.
Whoa, 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 woo!
All right. Swift will leave. Right. I can be. Right. If this keeps jumping up to the top map, this is gonna get annoying quick.
It really is.
It's all right. So Swift will keep going down here. Right. They can be 100 feet before Nyx loses this. So
Okay.
I will go to this door. I'll go to this door. Fuck knows if Swift can open this.
I mean, she can, but if a door opens on its own.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right. In which case, Swift will come down.
That's the
here.
invisible sense radius.
Thank you.
Invisible.
All right.
Oh, that does actually help. Thank you.
So, down below, there appears to be a dock of some kind. It's empty, but it has several, like, moors used for tying down boats that are visiting or heading along the river.
Why is Nizib Sneak attacking? I just looked
Stop
at the
jumping
side.
down! Oh my god!
Sorry, because stuff fell on my keyboard.
Oh, no.
Nizib's touching grass. Are there any boats hooked up here?
No.
Okay. So it looks like they're out on their business. Okay, I'll explore like about here-ish.
All right. Beyond that way, it is, that is the eastern exit. It's a fairly narrow fort, all things considered. Looks like they just planted this along a river bend, so it floats on the water, and then kept building from there.
Now, Is there anything around the corner here just because the light's blocking it off?
Rock. The rock in the middle of the river.
Okay, so I will feed back that seems pretty standard. There is a door. No idea if anything's about it. Actually, can Swift listen in?
She can, yeah.
Okay, so I will go to the door. Listen in perception.
Perception, yes.
Perception. Disgrace. It's a 12.
12. You hear the sounds of someone scribbling on parchment in there, filling out paperwork, probably.
Okay. Yeah, Nyx will say that there's the little pierhead thing, no boats. Everything else is barren, but there's a door. Somebody's behind the door.
Last time we were here, there were folk patrolling up on the walls and the parapets. Did you see any of them? Or are there any?
Yeah, Swift will go up, see if she can get a vantage point.
Yep, it looks like there are patrols. There are some alongside the Omega unit on the second floor. There are some hobgoblins occupying the second floor of the main building. And in the southeastern tower, you can see there are some hobgoblins standing at attention, looking around the place for intruders. Not like they're alerted to intruders, but just passively like, hey, is anyone coming near to fuck up our shit? We're gonna be ready for them.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, they'll feedback. There's a patrol. The Omega unit's on the second floor. It looks like there's more occupation on the second floor.
Megan's optic apertures a bit, and she mutters, "We should not be so easily manipulated." So then, she's staring at she's looking up at the one that's patrolling. So then, he seems bothered.
Well, I mean, if they were the ones to fix the unit up, then that kind of shrugs.
He nods.
So, how do you want to play this? Do you want to try and get the unit's attention and lure them out, or I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
My thought was to I guess have Megan interface with it and see what was going to. First of all, interface with it like she did with the other one.
You know, I wonder if, I mean, the fort has an Omega unit of their own. Would they really be so, I guess, hostile to another one showing up, you know, potentially to join them? I don't know. If you think it'll be worth it, it might be an option for you to go ahead and see if you can't interface, and then we could follow behind if there are issues. I don't know, it's up to you.
That sounds like a good idea, actually, so let's try that.
Okay. A very soft, quiet strum for Bardic onto Megan before she continues on.
Actually, could somebody prestidigitation? Is prestidigitation possible to use on another character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, somebody prestidigitate me some battle damage.
Sure.
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 It's gonna come back.
Ooh, we need some more scuffs here. Maybe smudge some of this paint.
They just give them a makeover.
Well, you know,
It's
battle
all
damage.
temporary.
Yeah, exactly. Or, ooh, how about some fearsome sort of claw marks that kind of oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Do you want to be I'm still strong but damaged, or is it more of I'm damaged and I'm less of a threat?
Megan says less of a threat, but still possibly salvageable.
Ooh, we should make you a couple
Okay,
dents,
okay.
and then they just make little cheek dimples.
Cheek dimples.
Ty rummages around in their bag of like junk that they got that they were like making shit out of. They come out with like different wires and stuff. They kind of like start like kind of putting some of them like around the joints, almost if they're like fraying out and shit like that. Okay,
Nice.
just a bit of adhesion here, and that shouldn't interfere with your range of movement. And wow, you look like shit.
How do I look?
Like shit.
You look like a
Megan
wreck.
nods. Affirmative. Acceptable. Burns about face.
Wait. Nizip, could you do a link? If you'd be so kind. Thank you,
Thank you.
my hero.
My hero.
All right. Megan turns about, stops for a moment, thinks, and then starts to limp, like dragging.
Nice.
Turns back to the others. Hide.
Right, yeah.
All right.
And she will attempt to go to where the second Omega unit is.
Okay. As you head into the courtyard and the rest of the group pulls back to hide, you can hear the blowing of signal whistles, alert whistles to get the fort basically alert, hey, someone's inside.
Alright, brace yourself.
Like it kind of
Actually-
like runs into the wall, runs back and forth into the wall, kind of like to. It's something to
Dump.
if it's something is that like he's damaged.
Do you know, can I send Invisible Swift just to like scope and make sure Megan's okay?
Oh. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, alright. I'm coming. I would be coming, but I can't move.
Like.
All right. You don't see or hear any signs of arrows being shot down at you, so they are on alert, but it doesn't look like they're on the attack quite yet.
Okay. Just gonna start coming down this way, and still acting broken. Kind of discreetly, she looks up at where the other Omega unit is.
In the main building, the Omega unit has stopped pacing back and forth and is now at the window, staring down at you.
All right.
Make a deception check for me, if you would.
All right, deception. I have to see if I am a Decepticon. I am not a Decepticon.
Carl, you
We
really
have an
must steer with
inspiration that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll inspiration it. We'll see if
Alright.
we'll try and we'll make another Decepticon roll.
You also have a D6.
I'll keep the inspiration pool as it is, between Nilbog shenanigans and this plan being actually pretty funny. I'll say that was an inspiration, and now you're spending that inspiration to try and roll again. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Meh.
The plan was worth 2 inspiration, right?
No, at this point we gotta take our lumps.
All right. There is a bellowing voice from up above. Omega unit, you are broken. Cease activity and allow inspection.
Megan stops and decides that complying would probably be the best bet, especially since if she's being expected, since she has the psychic link, she can psychically tell the others what's going on.
All right. You stop and there is a crash as, like, bits of stone around a window are just pushed outward. You look up and see the Omega unit has just kind of pushed stone out of the way to make an opening as it just steps downwards, step, boom, steps into the air and bam, falls down to the ground below, gets back up, stares down at you. State your designation.
All right. 042.
Greetings, Omega Unit N042. I am Omega Unit N087.
Greetings, N087.
You are broken. Stand down for repair and diagnostic.
Affirmative.
All right.
She relays what... Technically, she relays to the others what's going on. She continues to relay that. This one seems functional.
With hissing steam, the Omega unit puts a hand roughly to where your forehead would be and starts interfacing with you.
Okay.
It is, it's two-way, so it's accessing your memories of, hey, what happened during the war, while you get a glimpse at its. This Omega unit was, like, slamming down blows repeatedly upon its enemies, like, driving straight through attackers with a gigantic war pick, and then with its offhand pointing and shooting a flamethrower at approaching people. But then a whole bunch of guards in the city in flame retardant armor leapt down, managed to, like, hook a bunch of grappling hooks onto N087 and hold him down, and he was struggling to break free right as the spell that leveled the city went off.
Let's see. N087. How did you find yourself here?
Awoken by bird. Called herself queen, but was not.
Iron Queen? Megan asks.
Affirmative.
Attempted to ask you who joined her.
Affirmative.
Observation, you declined. Why?
Response. Affirmative. Sorry, continue.
Reasoning?
Reasoning. Folly of Omega units was acting against the throne. Atonement detected. Make up for sins. Protect city. Protect throne. Serve throne.
Megan relays all this back to her, the companions, her companions. And she also cyclically says, "This one's probably a bust."
Yeah, most likely. Sorry about that, Megan.
She calls back. We may try somewhere else. There may be others.
Just trying
She
to
asks.
be
She asks for advice.
Sorry, she asked what?
She's asking the party for advice.
Yeah.
Okay,
What should I do?
Oh shoot, yeah, because they're stuck.
Should I comply? Should I continue to comply until you until you take action.
I mean, you could just say that you need to find your purpose elsewhere and leave. That seems to be kind of important to all of you, right? An overarching purpose. So he decided his was here, and you tell him yours is elsewhere, I guess. I don't see why he wouldn't let you leave.
Megan points out that the Omega the 087 said that she was broken and needed repairs. So that is one reason why she's kind of stuck. I guess she could possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and once they find she's functional, I guess the jig would kind of be up.
Yeah, because short of like easing the spell off, but then it would still indicate that you're not broken.
Okay, well, I guess. Okay, Megan will try. I guess we can try something. Because easing the spell off does sound like a good idea. It sound like an idea, a possibility, a possible good idea. So Megan will continue to relay like as the diagnostics as the other Omega unit runs diagnostics and they do repairs. She'll relay to the others what's being fixed and what parts of the spell to undo, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. In that case, Nix and Tig, since you're the ones keeping up prestidigitation, y'all roll deception.
Oh, gee.
I sure would love to.
Oh, that's one I'm good at. Yeah! Oh my god, that was almost a 1.
Yeah.
That was almost a 1.
Cool.
12
from me.
Okay. So, All right.
Megan turns back towards the. Megan says, "Understood. Proceed with repairs."
The Omega unit continues until finally, diagnostic complete. Incongruity found. Damage to systems minimal. Beginning rescan. And then he looks over you again. But a lot of the injuries, quote-unquote injuries from prestidigitation seems to have worn off, especially given a combined 26 and 12. So he looks over. This unit will begin self-diagnosis. Omega Unit N042. Damage minimal. Prognosis free to go.
Megan nods, thumps her chest, and says, "Understood, Omega Unit 087. Thank you for diagnostics."
The Omega unit does not say goodbye. He just shoves the door open and steps right back into the fort.
Wow.
It was a pull door, too, so he's pushing it backwards off the hinges.
What a guy.
You okay?
Megan nods and she says, "We must continue our search."
I'm sorry, Megan.
She nods. "I cannot be the only one on this path. There must be others. Faith, to have faith, is to be alive. And we are alive."
Yeah. Yeah, we are. You know what? Nyx will hug Megan first.
Aww. I guess a little bit taken aback because she's always ready to be like, "Oh yes, I am the strong robot." But she's like, then she like pulls her arms around Nyx and
Oh.
then she says, and then she thanks Nyx and Tig again for like the help.
Mm-hmm.
It was good intel. It was good intel. And she says, there are units who have joined the faction of the throne, who stay in service to the throne, and possibly have stayed in service to the throne since before, but that depends on like when they've awakened.
Do you think it's as simple as just the first people who found them and fixed them?
Megan says no because because it can't be that simple, because 087 refused the Iron Queen's offer, and there were others who refused the Iron Queen's offer to join her
Fair.
genocide. Megan says first she says opening user manual, and she reads, quote, Omega unit equipped with personality matrix designed to facilitate decision making.
Thank you for the candid answer. Sorry, you have a manual?
Megan nods.
Huh.
What language is the manual written in?
It is written in Nodal.
Oh?
Machine code.
Machine code.
Just the thought of Megan holding this tiny book.
No, it's not. It's
I assumed it was like in her head or something.
It's a system thing. It's a system.
Oh.
It's like when you press F1 for help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Help!
Megan nods. Internal manual or self-diagnostics can also be accessed upon request.
Oh, okay. Well, we've made a start.
Indeed. This is no dead end. Just another turn.
You see some nice things, Megan.
I am surprised you think so. I have been trying to be more funny.
Did you write a book? Or code a book, or however.
I can't believe you're advocating for AI writing. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
How dare you? Jail. 1,000
Maybe
years.
artificial.
Megan muses for a moment, and then she says, perhaps we should leave the writing to Taig.
Probably for the best. We can transcribe for you.
Megan pauses and then nods.
All
That's
right.
an idea.
Right. Where do we go now? I mean, we could go back to the swans if we really want to go after them.
Go after them and do what? The birds.
Throw rocks at them. No kidding.
Exploration for exploration's sake does give experience.
It does.
And I mean, did we decide we weren't going to try and get the flag at this moment?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
But we
have
want to
travel
focus on the
back
camp
there.
first. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That turned
Sorry.
out to be a bust, so.
Missed part of it.
That's all right.
Well, exploring Swan Lake.
Yeah, we can always just explore the hex. Yeah, sure.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
Why not?
All right.
You know what? I'll say that you're close enough that, like, by the time the sun starts to set, as I go double check the map to make sure everyone who is on it who should be on it, as you go down to the river, you follow the sounds of swans, and as you get closer, you hear the sounds of laughter and speaking in Sylvan.
What are they saying?
They're saying things like, Now, Bartholomew, you've already eaten dinner. Mind your manners.
Wait a moment.
Oh, I heard these people when we were resting last night.
1 second. Let me peruse my notes. What was the name? Wasn't there a rhino called Bartholomew?
Must be a common
Okay.
name.
This is the only Bartholomew in my notes.
Yeah. Good old session 12.
Session 12, Bartholomew the Rhino.
2023.
Wait, you heard them? Oh my god! 2023, what an ancient time.
I know.
I'm sorry. Just the slow realization for Queen of it being 2023 was beautiful.
It's like, yo!
Been at this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Doing good progress as well.
Mhm.
So, wait. Niz, have you heard them?
At least I assume so. It was a group of people talking, and that sounds like the same language. That's not one I know.
It's Sylvan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, wherever they are, I will go stealth to see if I can spot. Actually, no, I'll send Swift forward. I'll go stealth anyway, but I'll send Swift forward.
All right. Swift flies forward. You do some examining invisibly, looking through her eyes. In the middle of this glen, surrounded by vibrant blue and purple ferns and trees, there is a lake, and in the middle of it are giant swans, like human-sized, maybe a little bigger, and atop them, small fae, dressed in like flowing feathery robes with golden decorations around their neck and their headpiece that look to be decorations made in the form of swans. They just appear to be inhabiting the lake, having a good time, munching on bread. The fae are feeding some of the swans and laughing and chattering amongst themselves, telling jokes that, like, they're like jokes in Russian. They kind of translate, but not really the punchline.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will relay this back.
Okay. I mean, want to go say hi?
Before we do, what kind of fae are these guys?
Arcana check, please.
Of course. Arcana.
I can assist with that too. So I
Yes,
have
please.
proficiency, so yeah, roll with your ad.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, these, more likely than not, are swan maidens. Handmaidens of a fae lady known as the Lady of the Swans and members of the Spring Court. They're generally, pretty peaceful and calm, contrasting with the fact that they run with swans and spend time caring for beasts and plants in their territory.
The only people a
isn't that
swan could
lovely?
love.
Now, before I go make friends, Swift, don't suppose the Spring and Autumn Court have any, like, opposition or anything? don't wanna
I
cause any
wouldn't
trouble.
mention my name.
Oh, gee. Maybe stay invisible.
Okay.
Alright, I will venture out. If anyone wants to come with me.
Tug come with you, but hang back.
All right.
Let you do the fae talking.
I just put tokens wherever on the map here.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, look at them. Pretty fae.
Swan Lake.
It is indeed
I
Swan
come,
Lake.
Apprehensively.
Oh, they, like, sat on the water.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of, like, jump onto this rock here and wave out to them.
All right. As you wave, the Swan Maidens look over, and they speak in Sylvan. Hail, traveler. You come to a place of peace.
I will speak back in Sylvan. Yeah, it is a very lovely place.
We do not mind visitors here. We cannot say the same for the swans. We should be the ones trusted to feed them during feeding time. But so long as you do not disturb them, the wild will not disturb you.
Absolutely. I won't touch, won't even look.
Oh, you can look. They don't mind that.
Okay.
Bartholomew here is very vain. Bartholomew, ruffles his feathers at the mention of his name.
Oh, he's so sweet.
He's also a little glutton, aren't you, Bartholomew? Ah!
What do swans normally like to eat?
Bread.
Of course.
Anything slower than them.
Well, I don't have any bread on me, but would they like shortbread instead?
I just told you, please don't try to feed the swans. They will get very aggressive with new hands.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, no feeding. No touching, no feeding. Well, nice to meet you guys. My name's sorry.
Oh, I'm sure you are very sorry.
Yeah, I am sorry of the Autumn Court.
Ooh. Well, this is a place of peace. So, as long as you keep the peace of the Autumn Court, we will keep the peace of the Spring Court.
Oh, of course. I mean, I haven't been there in a while, so yeah, I'm a bit out of that practice, but it's fine. I'm all about peace, all about friendship, all about a good time.
Good, and you will be welcome here so long as you maintain that.
Of course. Why do you guys not get on very well?
The Lady of Swans is a lady of calmness, peace, tending to the small things of the wild. The Autumn Court can be a court of reaping, and sometimes it is over-eager in that reaping.
Reaping of what?
Reaping of life to make way for new life. We are the ones who bud that new life, and they leave us with their crumbs. The Autumn Huntress is not a calm and collected hunter from our experience.
Nyx kind of goes back to Swift and and you were going to tell me this when?
When you asked!
Well, how was I supposed to know?
With your imagination.
I hope you don't mind me asking. Like I said, I've been, a bit distant from the courts recently. The Autumn Huntress?
Ah, yes. One of the members of the court, she prides herself on being able to track, hunt anything. Go throughout time and throughout space. Though, might we ask a question of you, traveler? Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, yeah.
Who were you whispering to?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, the voice in my head that won't leave me alone.
Deception check, please!
Hell yeah.
God. Oh god, I've lost the sheet. Oh, there.
Honestly,
God.
all outcomes will be very funny.
Absolutely.
Really funny.
Truly, this is a role where we all win.
11.
11. The Swan Maidens look at you suspiciously.
Dun 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 dun.
That's me, I'm the voice in her head.
Nope.
Or there, even. Sorry, didn't mean to misgender you. Alright. The Swan Maidens look, turn in the direction of Swift. The swans turn in the direction of Swift. Get her ass. And the swans start honking and flapping their wings and charging for Swift.
Nyx will do nothing to stop this because Swift
Yo! Says Swift, turning visible just to flip the double bird as she is mauled by swans.
Oh my god! barbaric?
No less than what she deserves.
Is she notorious?
She owes me $20.
You use dollars in the courts?
Yes.
Goodness. Okay,
Nix,
What?
am I okay to move? Tyke
Go for
says, like right by the massive
Right
swan.
by the violent mass of swans!
Are you sure I'm okay to move?
I don't know.
Tyke very slowly starts shuffling backwards.
go for it.
Yeah. The swans, like, slowly turn towards you, like, looking at you like a T-Rex tracking movement.
Nyx will try and detract from this very awkward situation.
Hey, where's my overlay?
Mate,
I can only apologize for what my companion may have put you through. I've learned so much recently about, well, autumn leads to winter, and I am not quite a fan of winter, but my job is to maintain the autumn and the life that's there for as long as possible.
Then where is your signet ring?
My signet ring? I don't have one.
I was under the impression all emissaries of the Autumn Court carried a signet ring.
I don't have a signet ring. I do have a card, though.
That is not the same thing, I believe.
I mean, I was quite young when I left, so I don't know if I was in any much employment legally.
In that case, if you do intend to be this emissary of the Autumn Court as you describe, to travel between the courts and preserve them, or in the case of Swift, she says, shuddering visibly, do whatever Swift does, I would advise finding a signet ring.
Where can I find one?
We are unfortunately not allowed to merely give signet rings of another court to a mortal. You would need to find another of the Autumn Court and receive it from them.
Okay. I mean, question out of character. Do we remember which court the Jack of Brambles is from?
I believe he was Spring.
He was Spring as well. Okay. Is there one easily accessible in the Feywoods?
If you look, anything is easily accessible.
That's a very good point. Just because I'm very consciously aware of the swans next to him, just like, hey. Nice swan. Oh, okay. Yeah? Oh, yeah! Wait, no, don't scream my name!
No, it's just gonna case of, can Foyla just use a bit of animal handling just to calm the geese down a bit?
Yes!
The swans, I mean, I am
The
dumb.
swans.
No, you're fine.
I think the swans would get mad at you if you were racist. More than they usually are.
Please. Let's go!
One says, nuzzling you with its head.
Oh,
giving it.
it likes you.
The swan gets just you just get all the all the pets and the screeches.
Fluff, 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 fluff.
Well, the swans like somebody, at least.
That is the first time I've ever seen that happen, says one of the Swan Maidens.
Oh my goodness. Well, we would not want to impose on your, swan handling any further, so really appreciate your time. Yeah, I'll go look for that signet ring. I guess, my presence in the court has been overdue. I should probably return back to duty eventually, but I will.
Yes.
I will hasten to make the best effort. But it was very nice to meet you. I can only apologize for Swift.
She has done many sins among our kind.
Don't suppose you know anyone called Arbor, do you?
Oh, he just does weed.
Noted. Great. Well, lovely to meet you. Maybe see you soon-ish. Nice ones.
Mayhap, if the fates align. And you head out and get into camp, and that is where we're going to end our session.
Aw, what a lovely ending.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week for more adventures in the Fae, and maybe even beyond. Don't go anywhere. Yes, that's right, you heard me. Sit there for an entire ass week and don't go anywhere. I will know. Bye-bye.
Yes, we will find you.
Bye.